Yo, what's going on? It's no one here today, and you already see, ditching our school field trip part 3. Alright, we're just gonna jump into it. Now, if you don't know where we left off last time, we were basically just trying to leave with Gabby. Then her ex comes up. Then the cops are walking down the hall at the same time, and I'm just freaking out, and I'm just like, fuck, I need to get and book, we need to get the fuck out of here because I'm not getting caught up on shit, So we're going to start off from right there. So Scott was, he was trying to talk to me while I was trying to, get the hell out of there. And he was basically like, you and me are going to settle this right here, right now. And I'm like, fuck, bro, and I'm just like, all right, not really listening to him. And a crowd actually started to form because there was a little bit of commotion. So, and he was like, I'm going to knock the socks off you. And I wasn't really thinking about all that shit, I wasn't heated, I wasn't trying to beef with this guy really, and I just punched the fuck out of him really fast and knocked him down. Like, you can say it was a sucker punch, but I needed to get the hell out of there, The crowd went nuts, which was fucking terrible because the cops were right down the goddamn hall. And I'm just like, we need to get the hell out of here now. Getting a little worried at this point. So I grabbed Gabby's hand and we went down the stairs and the crowd cheered us out like fucking stupid. And we got just out in time because Scott was on the ground, and when the cops came, he kind of just brushed it off like it was nothing. Only later next week, Gabby would tell me I accidentally broke his nose, which was, totally accident. But geez, man, the fucking adrenaline, it's just fucking too much at the time, I guess. But we make it out of the place. We run to Gabby's car, and yeah, she had her own van and shit, which was convenient since we had the squad. Malcolm, Lahiru, and Drew were already waiting at the car. Gabby and I jumped in, and we made our way out the parking lot. And I'm just like, go, 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 not trying to take any chances. Just kind of explaining, what went down to everyone too at the same time with my bros and shit. And the shit we get into sometimes, man. Drew shakes his head. Once we left the parking lot, we got onto the road, and it's when I started to feel safe. Oh my god, I couldn't believe you just punched my ex like that, Gabby was saying while she put on some sunglasses. And I'm just like, my bad, kind of regretting it because it was kind of unnecessary. I didn't even mean to, but she was like, nah, it's fucking awesome. I hate that guy. And I'm just like, oh, all right. And Malcolm pointed out, ever since I met you guys, some stupid shit always tends to happen. And Malcolm actually, he kind of hated us at first, which was pretty interesting how everything turned out, but that's for some other time. And Wahira was like, yeah, it's a fucking curse. That's us, all right. And Drew was like, yeah, Gabby, just saying now, but, we're not the best, crowd to hang around with. We get into a lot of dumb situations. And she was like, I can already tell already, but I'm ready for anything. So we get to Malcolm's cousin's place in about 20 minutes due to traffic near the school and shit, but it's placed in kind of this more rural area, not far from a farm, but I'm not complaining. The house is a 2-story, in-ground pool, trampoline, fucking basketball, all this fucking shit going down at this house. And Drew was like, you didn't tell me your fucking cousin was rich, as we parked up. And we went inside. We met Malik, who was 3 years older than us. He kind of had this country accent, but, it wasn't bothering us at all. And basically, we just had a good time from there. I remember putting my phone on the charger, just having fun. We played some basketball. We all jumped on the trampoline, except Lahiru. Lahiru almost freaking passed out because when Gabby was on the trampoline, her boobs are bouncing up and down, so yeah, straight up. Lahiru was just kind of like, oh my god. But we went swimming, lasted a few hours, and I went to check on my phone again. It was 6:30 p.m. Malik was cooking out some burgers and dogs, and Malik, about the same height as Malcolm. He's kind of more white, still cool guy. There's some differences between the two, but I wouldn't have guessed, Malik and Malcolm are cousins and shit, but he's overall cool dude. Anyways, back to checking my phone. I got 20 texts and 6 phone calls from the bros. I'm sure Drew, Malcolm, and Lahiru's phones were booked also. All of them were from Marcel, Alan, and John, and a few other people in our class, actually. And I opened them, and it read out, where are you? Miss Ann is furious. Dude, we're leaving in 10 minutes. She said you guys are going to be banned from school field trips and suspended. Dude, hurry up and get back. We just left. The police are coming for you. I didn't even want to respond to 90% of what was sent to me. But I knew, I had to send something, at least to the bros. So I sent a text to John and Alan, since I knew they would be the most understanding, and they can pretty much get the message to whoever needs to know it. I told them, Lahiru is clearing our attendance, so it's going to look like we're absent. There's nothing she'll be able to do. I sent that text and threw my phone back and went to hang out with everyone. Told everyone what was going on, and we knew, we expected this shit to happen, but we didn't really give a fuck much since, Lahiru had our backs. So we ate, swam a bit more, music playing, played another game of ball, and it ended off around midnight, I believe, on the trampoline, and that's where we started to cool down. And I remember we were just kind of laying on the trampoline more than jumping on it and shit. Everyone was just time to relax type shit, and low-key, though, we were, kind of sipping the entire time, just low-key, but I'll tell you, this Gabby, she knew how to party. She was really bringing life into everyone. Malcolm and Drew were about to pass out. Malik, 19 at the time, decided to act kind of more of an adult figure for us and took the liberty of actually preparing rooms for us, which was, hey, awesome, man, thank you. So Malcolm, he got his own room. There was a guest room and then his parents' room. Now, what he offered at first was Gabby get the guest room, while the rest of us three guys just go up in the parents' room, since that was the biggest room, master bedroom type shit, which made sense, if you think about it. But Gabby, she offered, it's okay if for Vincent to sleep in the guest room with me. I don't think you should all have to squeeze into one room, I don't mind. And Malik's just kind of like, you sure? And everyone knew what was going down because when she said this, and Gabby was just, she was like, of course I'm sure. Don't worry about me. So we all went inside, got some pillows and blankets, all that bullshit to sleep, While this was happening, I happened to cross Malcolm alone, and he told me, he was like, "You gonna get it tonight, huh?" And he smirked at me, and I'm like, "Chill," but I smirked back. And Drew was like, "Hell yeah, he is," from behind us. But anyways, we all get settled, and eventually I had the room to myself with Gabby. I decided to sleep on the floor just to be generous, at first. But, it's all dark in about 5 minutes, no conversation between us or anything. But I'm wide awake, waiting. And eventually, without any words, I hear some movement from the bed, and Gabby grabs my arm, pulls me up. Basically, I don't really need to tell you, the rest of the shit. We aren't going to get real too descriptive. We started making out, all that. And you know what that fucking turns into. The next day, we went back home. Monday, it was a little interesting when we arrived to Miss Ann's class. We purposely came in late so she couldn't say anything beforehand, but she had the look of the devil in her fucking eyes. Jeez, man, it was terrible. Lahiru was easily able to change our attendance, and we just told everyone basically just go along with the idea of us not even going to that field trip. Miss Ann, bit stubborn about most things, she knew she wasn't just imagining us going on that trip. Now, I shared this class with Drew, Malcolm, Lahiru, and Marcel. Alan and John had the other teacher. Miss Ann ended up calling Drew, Malcolm, Lahiru, and I into the hallway once she finished her lecture and, everyone else was getting on to work. And she sternly, very fucking sternly, "Where did you all go Friday? I knew you were all there. I saw you." We all looked at each other, just trying to play it off. We prepared for this, just clueless to the whole fucking situation. For some reason, the system marked you all absent, but I clearly remember taking your attendance for that day. None of us said shit. Can someone explain why that is? Drew, the first one to say anything, we weren't here Friday, and he definitely changed the tone. I'm glad he was the first one because he has a very deep monotone voice, very significant, just big quality of his in his voice, and he's just good at lying because of that, I think, because of that feature. So I'm glad he did it first. And Miss Ann was like, I saw you for, and I came in, Drew and I went to visit my uncle that day. Malcolm said, I was sick, as was I, Lahiru added, and we made it pretty believable, actually. And Miss Ann, okay, so I can phone all your parents and confirm this if I wanted? And, she really, really wanted to get us in trouble, but she couldn't thanks to Lahiru. thank you, LITECOIN. And we just say, oh yeah, sure, why not? And Miss Ann didn't say another word, and we walked back into the classroom. She was salty as hell, I'll tell you that. LITECOIN was pretty much like, I got you, Malcolm, if your mom won't back it up. And I said, my uncle, no doubt, I'll send him a quick text. It's going to be no problem. And LITECOIN was just the boss. He has voice changers, fucking everything. Like, he has his own fucking team, photographers, hackers, that would, give him help anytime he needed it. One character, future character, Jose, he's going to be very significant very soon, just a preview. Jose is going to be one of those people. But basically, she tried to phone everyone and ended up pissed off because none of it ended up working. And that was just one insane time. We played the entire school, basically, more so our teacher, Miss Ann. I met some cool people that day. Good friend I still talk to. So, yeah, we're going to end it off there. Hope you guys enjoyed this last part. Hopefully this was a conclusive part to this 3-part story dream, Good shit. So if you guys did enjoy this, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, Twitter, Snap, all that bullshit. It's been someone that's no one, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.